I feels like using a mechanical keyboard is a one-way road because once you get used to that thought, that feelings, it's really hard to go back to this magic keyboard with low profile and thin design. This is the Halo V2 IO mechanical keyboard from NuPhy, and honestly my very first impression when pick it up was, oh hell no, this thing is heavy. It's just over 2.6 pounds, which is pretty normal for a high-profile mechanical keyboard, but imagine going from this to this. That is like 5 times different in weight. So yeah, not exactly my go-to setup in the summer when I'm constantly moving around my house, dragging my little portable magnet outside to work and enjoy the nice weather. In those moments, the lightweight Apple keyboard make more sense. But now winter has finally hit Toronto, cold and snow everywhere, and I'm basically trapped inside this studio every day. So there's no better time to actually give this thing a proper test. I've been using it for a couple weeks now and switching to it honestly make a lot of sense. So in this video, we're gonna talk about some of the key features the NuPhy offer that really set it apart from this magical keyboard. Connectivity is the first one. This is probably the biggest advantage of the Halo V2 over the Magic Keyboard. Not just Mac, it works flawlessly with Windows and Linux as well. Also available to connect up to 4 devices wirelessly, 3 via Bluetooth and 1 to the 2.4 GHz USB dongle. My current setup has multiple screens plus a MacBook right beside me, so being able to quickly switch between devices with just a key combination makes my workflow way smoother. But even if you don't use multiple devices, there is still a good reason to choose this mechanical keyboard. It's offers a much higher pulling rate when you use the 2.4 GHz USB dongle. You will still connect wirelessly, but instead of the usual 125 Hz over Bluetooth, you now get almost 10 times of that, which is 1000 Hz. And this results in more responsive and stable connectivity. However, if you are just using Mac for work or general productivity, you wouldn't notice any much different, unless you are typing really fast, because we are talking a difference in milliseconds. But for gaming, especially FPS game, it definitely matters. It feels snappier with noticeably lower input lag compared to Bluetooth. The next thing to consider is the build quality. The trade-off of moving away from a slim form factor is that you get a much sturdier 3-layer design. The top case is aluminum, but honestly the first time I touched it, I thought it was plastic. It is coated so well that it feels super soft and smooth to the touch. The bottom is high quality PC plastic with 4 slip resistant rubber fit, so the both stay planted on your desk, very sturdy. And you also get 2 adjustable feet with 2 different tool levels, so you can tweak your typing angle however you like it. In the middle, you have that iconic mechanical keyboard RGB backlight. It's not too bright. Sit right between the top and bottom layer, and you can customize or change to different presets using the function key and the arrow key. So overall, the build feels way more solid than the Magic Keyboard, especially if you are gaming, you want something steady with no shift or bounce while you're playing. And it doesn't make any sense to playing game using this Magic Keyboard. Mac gaming is already a disaster. I'm not trying to make it worse. Typing on the Halo V2 also feels more cushioned. Part of that is because it is a high-profile keyboard with longer and deeper key travel. But the bigger reason is the mounting style. NuPhy used multiple layers and a gasket mount instead of screw, so better in absorb vibration and make typing smoother and quieter. And yes, typing on this mechanical keyboard is actually quieter typing on this Magic Keyboard. I know it sounds so weird, right? But let's listen to this comparison. The switch I'm using are the Blues Max, and I really like them. They are just at the right volumes. Not too loud to distract you, but not so quiet that you lose that mechanical feel while typing. But if you like more clicky style, NuPhy also has switch options like Red Max or Brown Max, which sound more like this. And if you can't find switch that perfectly match your style, No worries, you can swap them out easily using the key puller included in the box. The Halo V2 support hot swapping, so you can use all the NuPhy switches or even the third-party one as long as it's compatible. That is something the Magic Keyboard can do, or in other words, this keyboard is more customizable. Even when you're placing your order, you get options for layout, color, switches, and keycap style. Tons of combination to really build your own keyboard. Meanwhile, the Magic Keyboard is more minimal, so you only get to choose from 2 basic colors. And it's not just hardware, you can also customize macros, remapping case, and tweak the lighting through the NuPhy web app. I haven't really used this feature yet, but I know a lot of people will find it super convenient. With the Apple keyboard, aside from a few basic shortcuts and system settings, you can't really customize anything further. Battery life is another big difference between these two. The NuPhy Halo V2 packs a 4000 mAh battery, while the Magic Keyboard, even though Apple doesn't list the exact number, but it sits at around 800 mAh. Of course, the Halo V2 has RGB lighting, so the bigger battery makes sense. But even with everything turned on, it can last up to 100 hours, which is about 12 full working days, assuming you are working 8 hours a day. And with the light off, it can go for over 4 months. That is crazy impressive. And just to be fair, I haven't got any problem with the battery from the Magic Keyboard. But it's just nice to have some extra capacity, right? It's just more convenience. And of course, no product is perfect, and the NuPhy is no exception. One downside I noticed is my typing speed. I'm actually type faster on the Magic Keyboard. It is a low profile keyboard with shorter key travel, so it's just easier to type quickly. On the Halo V2, the keycaps seem larger and the layout feels a bit tight, so I tend to mistype more when I'm typing fast. That is a bit annoying, but I don't think this happened to everyone. Maybe it's just my skill issue. I need more time to get used to it. Another thing is the height of the base. It's a bit tall, so my wrist needs to be slightly lifted instead of resting flat like they do on the Magic Keyboard. And I find that this posture can cause more muscle tension and fatigue during longer work sessions. So if you're planning to buy this keyboard, I highly recommend grabbing the wrist rest as well. It's cost $20, but if you apply my discount code, you can get $15 off. So the wrist rest basically end up costing you $5. Plus, it's actually look pretty nice on the desk as well. So to answer our very first question on the titles, why do I pick this mechanical keyboard over my Magic Keyboard? Very simple answer, right? And I think you already know. This is more customizable and there are some key features that the Magic Keyboard doesn't have. It looks great as well. I like the lighting, I like the design. It looks very solid, like, yeah, it looks premium. And also there's no winner in this comparison because I think these two keyboards serve two different groups of users. The Magic Keyboard is perfect for work and productivities, and for anyone who loves a clean, minimal setup will definitely prefer it. But if you are someone like me who work and sometimes playing games, then you should pick the NuPhy Halo V2. It is a really solid choice. So make sure to check out the link in the description below to learn more about this amazing mechanical keyboard, and also check all their NuPhy keyboard as well. They have a great line of keyboard. I love all of them, but I can only afford one of it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you soon in the next video.